As a rule of thumb, it's a really good idea to check in on your friends every so often. And I mean, at a time like this, more than ever, right? How long has it been since you've spent physical time with your friends? How long has it been since you've checked in, at least checked in on your friends? You need to do that. So, if anybody listening is friends with Dennis Schroder, you might want to check on dude. Like, stop whatever you're doing right now, drop this dude a text, maybe an email, maybe a phone call, maybe hit him up on WhatsApp, maybe Instagram, maybe snap him. Do something, anything to check this guy and pick this dude up, because my man has had himself a week and a summer and a year. Let's go back to March. In the springtime, Brian Windhorst reported that the Lakers had offered Dennis a 4-year extension worth $84 million. My man turned it down. He said no. That is such a baller move. What an incredible move that is. You get offered $21 million per year and a chance to stay with the Lakers and compete for a championship every single year. And you say, nope, it's good, but I know I can do better. I know I am better. I'm better than that. I know it, and so does the rest of the league. So no, I don't want your $84 million. I don't want your $21 million a year, because I know in reality I'm a $25 million a year player, or maybe even better than that. So I will see all you suckers in free agency. And I got to tell you something, man. I could not respect that any more than I do. I love it. I love a guy betting on himself. I always say you have to bet on yourself. If you won't or you don't, who will? Man, have confidence in yourself. Reap the rewards. And my man, Dennis, he is reaping those rewards. Check this. He said no to the Lakers and $84 million, but he signed a deal with the Boston Celtics. 1 year, $59 million. Props, my guy. Man, that is a baller move. Wait, what? I'm sorry? It's 1 year and it's $5.9 million. Holy crap. You want to talk about a kick in the package. Had $84 million on the table, turned it down, and parlayed it into $5.9 million. We're talking about a nearly $80 million haircut. All right, so what you don't want to do, you never want to talk about another man's money, ever. But my man just turned $84 million into less than $6 million, so I think I'm just going to go right ahead and talk about another man's money. It's like going to buy a Ferrari and driving away in a Yugo, but worse. Way worse. This guy went from an enormous contract to a mid-level exception contract. You want to talk about misreading the market? You want to talk about the market changing under your feet in the absolute worst way? Pets.com stock. Cannot believe how quickly and how terribly that went and how fast it all changed. And by the way, we're not talking about a situation where declining that reported extension sounded smart back in March and looks dumb now. That's not what that was. That was not, or that is not, some Monday morning quarterbacking or anything like that. There were lots of reasons to think that that was a horrific move at that time. Plenty of reasons to ask this dude, like, I don't know how to put this, but you do know that you're Dennis Schroder, right? And that the LA Lakers just offered you more than $80 million, right? 4 years, $84 million. Play with LeBron. Run with AD. Do it for the next few years. Get a damn good look at a ring every single year. It's right there, man. There's the paper. There's the pen. Pick it up. Put your name on the line that is dotted. But you don't do that. And things, unfortunately, went terribly. He missed a week and a half late in the year for COVID reasons. He shot 40% from the field, 30% from three in the postseason, and then got ripped to shreds on Twitter by none other than Irv. In the end of the year meeting with the media, he dropped this line, and I quote, "You got to go through the bull bleep to get to the good bleep," end quote. My man, D, If this is the good bleep, you need some new bleep, because you just went through the bull bleep and then jumped into even more bull bleep. Losing nearly 80 mil is not the good bleep. It is the worst bleep. It's taking a bath in bull bleep, a self-inflicted bath in bull crap. And pretty much as soon as the Lakers could do it, they moved on from him and they bring in Russell Westbrook. How fired up are the Lakers that Dennis did turn down that extension, freeing them up to make a big deal to get Russ. And then once Russ was a Laker, the Dennis Schroder market cratered, absolutely bottomed out. So I don't know if that's on Dennis or his agent or both. I just know it's really ugly. Like, I don't want to second guess somebody, so I won't. But if you're going to turn down 84 mil to get more money than that, you sure as hell better do more than shoot 30% from the three in the playoffs. You better step up when your team needs you and prove that you are worth more than what they offered you. What I'm saying is, you can't turn down 84 mil and then go 0 for 9 from the field in Game 5 of the playoffs. You have a shooting performance like that, and you know what that's going to get you? 6 mil. 6 mil. So he bets on himself, and like I always say, I love that. I love somebody who's got that level of confidence in themselves. But if you're going to bet on yourself and push every last chip, all 80 plus million of them, to the center of the table, you best not crap out. And that's exactly what happened here. However, my man did jump on Instagram and try to convince himself and the rest of us that this is actually a good thing and that he's actually pumped. Quote, I'm proud to announce for the 2021-22 season, I'll be playing for the Boston Celtics. This is one of the best franchises in NBA history, and it will be an honor to put on the green and white and do what I love. I'm going out there every night and leaving it all on the floor for the city. Who's ready? End of quote. I don't really know who's ready for that, D, but I'll tell you who's not. That Brinks truck driver that you thought that you'd be meeting in free agency. That dude's taking the day off. That dude is taking the whole year off. Making less than 6 mil. And just as a reminder, Chris Paul reportedly agreed to a 4-year deal worth up to 120 mil. Kyle Lowry is reportedly looking at 30 mil per year for the next 3 years in Miami. Mike Conley reportedly is going to get nearly 25 per year in Utah. You were looking at 21 per, but now you're getting less than 6. And then finally, it gets worse. Right when you think it can't get worse, think of the other money out there. And for some guys, a lot of guys, just not guys named you. Jarrett Allen signed for 100 mil. Duncan Robinson got a fat deal. Norman Powell did too. I could keep going, but it's only going to get worse for Dennis. It's just not something you can easily shake off. Like, let me give you an example. You ever lose $100? You ever lose your wallet and all the money you had inside of it, and it's $100? Or maybe it's $50. Maybe it's only $30. It's awful, right? It's a punch in the gut. It sticks to you for a few days. You think about how you lost it. You think about what you could have bought with it. You kick yourself in your own nuts because it haunts you. Yeah, well, my man didn't lose $30. He lost 80 mil in the laundry. I think that's going to haunt him. Like, we've all made bad investments, believe me, myself included. I can run them all down. We've all made bad bets, myself included. I can run them all down. But I don't know too many people who have lost an $80 million bet. You know what that's like? It's sort of like the loss of a loved one. You don't really ever get over it. You just hope to get past it. And that's what you do when you lose a loved one or you lose $80 million. Good luck with that, dude. You're going to need it. I mean, yes, we should all have these problems where the worst case scenario is you have a job that pays you almost $6 million for a year. But man, like, I left my sunglasses on top of my car once and drove off. I wasn't right for like a week. I'm thinking Dennis has got to feel like that times, I don't know, 1 million or maybe times 80 million. Like I said, There's a general rule of thumb. Do not talk about another man's money unless another man set $80 million on fire. And then you can.